at the Glass Bowl tonight. It's senior night at the Glass Bowl. The University of Toledo Club Football. They're taking on Cincinnati United. Dean Jackson along with Scoot Miller, and it will be the final broadcast of the 2024 season. And we are expected to have the playbook sincerely and severely tossed aside. Got some little razzle-dazzle tonight, and we're going to see some new looks from the University of Toledo Club football team. But first things first, University of Toledo, again, last home game of the season. They will finish the season next week at Oakland. A Wright State loss last week, a stunner, has effectively ended any hopes of a playoff berth. I suppose it's possible, but we're talking like minuscule odds.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot of help now. That tough 22-21 loss at Wright State almost sealed the playoff fate for the Rockets. But again, you have to play for pride here tonight to try to lace them up here and try to get on a win streak here to close out this season. Remember, here at the Glass Bowl, Toledo Club football 11-4 all time.
This is a University of Toledo Club football team that is rated number 8 in the nation. And I tell you what, things don't get easy because Wright State is number 7. Ohio State is number 1. Michigan State was number 5. Wright State, number 6. So, I mean, you're talking about a meat grinder.
Well, the Great Lakes East Division has always been the toughest division in club football across the nation year in, year out. Ohio State's been the national championship game 4 consecutive years. Of course, Wright State also owns a national title back in 2009 when the Raiders won it all. And, of course, Toledo, certainly that has to be a goal, even though they're still in their infancy here trying to put things together. But what an impressive job Jamie Young has done in his 4 seasons here with Toledo Club football.
Cincinnati United comes in 0-2 on the season. They are not a technical member of club football, but they have played teams over the last couple seasons in club football, including Ohio State, and gave Ohio State a scare, a 22-21 victory that pushed Ohio State to the edge. Head coach James Gregory said they were very, very skilled. They had all the positions covered. The only thing about this Cincinnati United team was their kicking game, but they will make you forget about that rather quickly. Of course, Toledo comes into this one 3-3 on the season, and it's a team that's just hungry to go out with something positive. And the kick is away. Of course, UT will receive. It'll be fielded at the 15-yard line. Cutting across to the 30, brought down in there, Donovan Flavors. Flavors, one of the leading receivers on this squad. We'll talk about that later, but UT gets started 1st and 10, right smack dab on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Favors is a guy you're going to hear his name called a lot tonight, not just on the special teams, but as far as the offense as well. A big part of this Rocket offense. It's has some struggles this season. They come in scoring just 15 points a game in their opening 4 games this season.
And the biggest storyline tonight probably is who's at quarterback. Starting Roshan Ramesh. He's earned the spot according to coach, and of course, final home game of the season, a chance to put some things together. Rumbles out to the 35-yard line. The ball carrier, Ruffin. He picks up 5 yards. It's going to be second down at 5.
Yeah, nice job that time by Ruffin, hitting the hole early. But you're right as far as Ramesh. He's a guy that, him and Brandon Motter gives them a solid 1-2 combination at quarterback. We've seen both guys step up and deliver when given the opportunity.
We saw him deliver in very limited playing time. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A nice extension there by Ruffin, and it was all effort from Ruffin to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you can see this is going to be a test here for this offensive line of the Rockets. We mentioned their scoring numbers have not been really prolific, but then you look what this team was able to do to number 1 ranked Ohio State, had them on the ropes. And remember, Ohio State absolutely blew out the Rockets here at the Glass Bowl in Toledo's home opener a month ago.
Showing blitz. Ramesh, 3-step drop. Going deep down the sideline. Incomplete, flag everywhere. And most likely going to be pass interference.
Ramos' pass goes incomplete, intended for number 4. There's a flag on the field.
It sure looked like the man down there was Devontae Ross.
Yeah, that's a huge break because that's going to make it an automatic first down there after the Rockets were looking at 3rd and a long 6. So pass interference is the call against Cincinnati. And that'll spot the ball right at the 50-yard line where the Rockets will have a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10, nose of the football right at the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation for Ramish, 2 receivers wide right. Ramish looks up, let's go real quick. He gets it to about the 47, upended, but a nice catch there by Jackson Wright. Wright is averaging 76 yards a game receiving.
Yeah, Wright's been very effective. The 6'4" sophomore from St. Joseph Central Catholic just down the road. That time he's able to catch it for a 3-yard gain, but there were no yards after the catch there. A good solo stick that time by Cincinnati secondary. Rockets looking at 2nd and 7 once again.
Again, CU fake to give. Nice little dump off. Gets it to the 39 and will go down. One of the players in there making the stop was Ryan Morrison, a defensive back from Worthington, Ohio. He went to Worthington Tilbourne. And a little background on this CU prep school team. Scoop, the whole idea is these are guys that could go to the next level. Coach Jared Ward is all about getting guys opportunities at the D1 and D2 level. And he's got guys that are getting looks. You know, got a guy who's either in the pipeline or signed by Pittsburgh. Has another guy going to Central State, a Division II team. Nobody fooled his rough and struggles to get anything going.
A great stick that time by Kenneth Cephas, the outside linebacker out of Cincinnati. At that time, that's going to be a tackle for loss. It's going to put Toledo behind the chains. So 2nd and 13 coming up for the Rockets.
Just the 3rd game of the season for Cincinnati United. And again, Coach Ward says these are guys that can play at the next level. Maybe they need to just get bigger and they get the grades. Roshan down the sideline. Through the hands into double coverage, intended for Favors. Incomplete. Again, another flag down there. You can take your pick. Is it on Pierce Ayers or is it going to Terrell Carter? But nope, it's offsides.
Yeah, that time really a free play for Toledo. I thought that was pretty good coverage by Tyrell Carter that time, and also Pierce Ayers. That really looked like they had Donovan Favors locked up in double coverage, but the penalty would kind of get Toledo back on schedule there, as the Rockets now looking at 2nd and 8 from the Cincinnati United 38-yard line.
So basically the concept of a prep school is to get you prepped for the next level. Ramish back to pass. He's got a nice drop.
Ramish pass goes incomplete.
It looked like that pass was intended for Brian Hollaball. He was the hero in the come-from-behind victory over Michigan State in that last-second touchdown grab.
Well, that was an incredible win right here at the Glass Bowl just a couple weeks ago, where the Rockets just seemed to pull that one out of the hat after Michigan State had taken a lead on the go-ahead field goal with under a minute to go. An impressive 80-yard drive culminated by that touchdown with 2 seconds to go was the difference.
Fights on the far side right there as well, and there's a flag before the play gets going. It's going to be false start against Toledo.
Yeah, once again, that penalty will put the Rockets behind the chains. So it's going to make them pretty one-dimensional here, as Toledo looking at 3rd down and 13.
Scoop, I'm going to give you a little trivia question. There is a NFL great who played high school football in Cincinnati and went to prep school. Any idea who I'm talking about?
Well, I'm thinking there's several, but
played quarterback. Nice little touch pass to right, upended at the 31.
Yeah, nice job that time by Wright, and that's going to move the chain. So what a conversion that time. Ramish spots right there along that left sideline. And wow, another third down conversion for Toledo. Their third down of this opening drive. Now they have a fresh set of downs at the Cincinnati 30-yard line. Well, I haven't forgotten about that trivia. It's really driving me right now.
Played it. As soon as I say where he played college, you're going to know. U.S. Naval Academy.
Oh, there you go. Was he an All-American?
He was. Up the gut. Ruffin will pick up about 6 or 7 yards.
Well, right there is what has to happen as far as Toledo. They have to find a way to establish a running game to set up that pass. And that time, Ruffin's able to control first down, picks up 8 big yards there. And right now, Toledo just outside the red zone, looking at 2nd and 2.
Roger Stahlback was the name.
Of course. I mean, I think he played maybe 64, 65 era
right
there.
Gets across the 20-yard line. They're going to put him at about the 18.
Ball is placed on the 18-yard line. First and 10.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of All-Americans come out of the Naval Academy, so that kind of narrowed the field once you mentioned that. But certainly a tremendous player. One of you and I favorite players to collect football cards of. I know that
There's
much.
no question. Captain, I mean, he was the original comeback guy.
Yeah.
Ruffin knifes his way ahead to the 5-yard line, brought down by 3 red jerseys. In there making the stop, Greg Miller. Also in there, Ryan Morrison. And it looked like we may have had Greg Miller in there as well.
Well, look at that hole opened up for Ruffin right away. He's able to hit that hole, is able to get some yak yards on top of it. Takes it all the way inside the 5-yard line of Cincinnati. So first and goal opportunity here in this initial drive for the Rockets.
Favors to the far side, right, and then out wide as fights, and they'll simply take a timeout and get reset. We'll take the timeout as well. No score, but Toledo is threatening from the 4-yard line. This is club football on BC.
Follow your dreams to Groganstown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Make them a reality. Let them take the wheel and enjoy the idea of a new vehicle. Experience the new car excitement in a new Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 during Jeep Adventure Days. Lease for $249 per month or $189 per month with lease loyalty. Don't just dream it. Own it today at Groganstown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Nobody treats you better.
Are you
Second down. Is this where a guy like Ramesh, though, he could be one of those RPO guys where he can get outside the pocket there, maybe hurt you with his legs, but again, he does such a good job of looking downfield, checking off receivers. In limited reps this year, he's been very accurate throwing the football.
Scoop, in your days, would they have called you an RPO guy?
No. I was a run-only guy. I think we threw it 8 times one year, so, and the coach the next year thought we threw it too much.
Overthrows right. It was about 5 yards deep beyond the end zone.
Well, you can see right now that Cincinnati United has a lot of speed in the secondary, so it's going to be hard for Toledo receivers to get any type of separation. And right now, a good hold, and Rockets looking at 3rd down.
Scoop, as you talked about, I like the mix of run and pass, and we have not seen a lot of games where UT has been able to establish the run.
No, I think that's been the Achilles heel this year, so an encouraging start. We saw a couple first downs via the run. In fact, that last one got it inside the 5-yard line.
Intercepted in the end zone. Bring it across the 10. Stops across the 20. Still on his feet. Finally goes down around the 24. Ryan Morrison, the Worthington Kilbourne defensive back, comes up with it, and that's a gut wrencher.
Watch Morrison right here. He jumps her out right away. Now he's thinking 6. He tucks it away, makes a couple guys miss. But he's able to take it out once the dust settles out just past the 23-yard line. So what a big-time play there by Morrison in Cincinnati after bending there on defense. Boy, they came up big there in the red zone. And now Cincinnati United will get their first offensive series tonight. Still tied at 0.
Do you think R kind of telegraphed that pass?
Well, I think so. It looked like you're watching Morrison there. He was really kind of mirroring Ramesh there a little bit. And, boy, he got such a good jump on the football.
And speaking of the
looked like
jump,
he was teed off.
We had movement on the line. It's going to go against UT. Going to go on Big Ed Dari. And you know what they always say, if you're going to get a penalty, make sure it's worth it. Ed Dari, wearing number 69 there, made sure that the defensive lineman knew that he was coming.
Yeah, that's the third penalty of this opening 4 minutes for Toledo. So something they're going to have to clean up here. Cincinnati looking at 1st and 5.
I think that one is going to go against CU, and it does. False start.
Yeah, that'll be the third penalty against Cincinnati United. So both teams being hampered early on. And now we're all back to where we started this thing at 1st and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
And UT was running along smoothly until those penalties started coming. Moving ahead to the 38-yard line. Pass complete to Tayshawn Banks.
We're watching right here. That time, good quick pass out to the flats. I think that was Milton Godfrey, actually.
You're right, it was
out
Milton
of Taft
Godfrey.
High School. Speedster's able to haul it in, gets several yards after the catch. That's going to be enough for Cincinnati 1st down.
Three receivers wide, far side, 7:29 to play first quarter. Overshoots, and a flag on the play.
That time a wide receiver screen there as they had trips to the far side. But it's going to be a false start here against Cincinnati.
Taft High School, one of my favorite football stadiums anywhere. It's just a high school stadium, pretty Spartan, but it's just north of downtown. You can see downtown Cincinnati, the skyline. You see the hills of northern Kentucky. You see the riverfront. Just beautiful.
Yeah, there's been some big-time athletes coming out of that Cincinnati area over the years for sure. Perhaps none bigger than that Roger Staubach you talked about coming out of Purcell High School out of Cincinnati.
Purcell Marion, yep.
Oh,
looking deep. Bobbling, and he comes up with it. Catching up with him, trying to catch up with him. Touchdown. To the house. Tayshawn Banks with the score. That one, I believe, a 77-yarder.
Well, that was complete blown coverage that time as no one, and I mean no one, picked up Tayshawn Banks here.
He did the circus juggling act. That was just a great play all the way around.
Yeah, it was. He made it interesting for us. So, boy, for a while there, he was kind of a juggling act, but he was on an island by himself. And once he secured it, no chance for Toledo. And wow, what a change of events here after Toledo had a 1st and goal inside the 5. Less than 2 minutes later, Cincinnati on top 6-0, looking to add 2 more here with the point after.
Running the option. No option there. Straight around the corner. Trice with the score. It is 8-0.
Oh, nice job. Again, you'll see Trice take it in from 3 yards there to make it 8-0.
We'll be back. Cincinnati on top. This is BCSN.
At Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, we know life is full of adventures, daily tasks, good friends, and family activities. We also know nothing beats having the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle, your personality, and your budget. At Charlie's, lease the 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4, just $369 per month or $319 per month with lease loyalty during Ram Power Days. Find your next new vehicle at Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Not sure who you can trust to replace your old worn-out windows? One company comes highly recommended. Renewal by Andersen. Homeowners trust and love our replacement windows and doors. Take the first step. Contact us for the best home improvement experience you'll ever have. Save now. For a limited time, get these huge savings and special financing. Call now for a free consultation or visit us online.
Back to the glass bowl. Rockets take over. Getting going at the 27-yard line. Some type of breakdown, and we're still not sure what happened. And I think even more impressive than the pass and even more impressive than just the stick-to-itiveness on the sideline of Banks was his ability to put on the Barry Sanders type move, the stop and go, that got a very good defender, DJ Ornleff, to bite, and he was off to the end zone.
Oh, you're right. Ornleff, an All-American defensive back, and that's a tackle that Ornleff is going to make 99 times out of 100, but the nice cutback by Banks was what catapulted him into the end zone. So, wow, what a big-time pitch and catch.
Little dump.
Twice to Banks.
Little dump off right there to Jackson Wright over the middle, his third reception of the game. And Ramish is doing whatever it takes to make completions.
And right now you have to win first down. So that's a big pickup right there, getting 8 yards. Opens up your playbook here at 2nd and 2.
Gets to the 30, and obviously a big-time loss.
Now, not just a big-time loss, a big-time play by Tyrell Carter, the defensive back out of Taft High School. That time the Rockets had the screen set up, and there was really one man in between that and a big pickup, and that was that young man, Tyrell Carter. Boy, Carter made a fine play. And now that gets Toledo off schedule once again, makes them kind of one-dimensional here at 3rd and 8, back inside their own 30.
Ramish going upstairs, down the sideline. Hit Favors and the fingertips incomplete. No flag anywhere. Pierce Ayers with a great job on the breakup.
Yeah, great job by Pierce Ayers that time. Not easy task to stay locked in with this receiving core of Toledo. But that time, step for step, he was on him like a glove. Big time play and a great job here by Cincinnati after getting that early touchdown. They force a quick 3-and-out here by Toledo. And the Cincinnati offense should inherit some pretty good field position as the Rockets will punt it from about their own 20-yard line.
The majority of this CU team is 19 or younger. These are essentially sophomores and juniors. Here comes the razzle-dazzle. And he got it, the first down +1 if it stands. And he does. Nicely done. Taking off. We were told that it was coming.
Wow, Callum Keith that time. You talk about rolling the dice here. It's exactly what head coach Jamie Young had in his mind there. Boy, they're inside their own 30. You're looking at 4th and long. That time, what a run that time by Keith on 4th down, as he knew exactly where that chain was. He's able to cross it. Wow, what a gutty call there.
And Scoop, if I would have been up on my game, I would have told you that Keith when he was in the backfield, what's he doing punting? Because he's never lined up in punt formation before. So he should have known something was up. Across the 40, still going near the 45, and I think he will get it. Tremaine Bailey, and they say the fumble was down. I mean, they're saying the runner was down, so no fumble.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. I think forward progress blew the play dead before the exchange. I think when the dust settles, it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up here for Toledo as they pick up 3 on first down.
5:17 to play first quarter. Cincinnati scores through the air on an acrobatic catch punctuated by a stop-and-go stutter inside the red zone. Probably, what, about the 7 or 6 yard line? Tayshaun Banks fakes off DJ Ornleft, and that doesn't happen very often.
No, not at all. Ornless, perhaps the top
Pump fake.
defense player I've seen in this league.
Ramage just says, okay, we're going to come back and fight this battle later.
Yeah, sometimes the quarterback, what you have to do is not lose games by trying to do too much in certain situations. So that time, Ramesh was just trying to, all right, what's the minimal damage here? We're looking at 3rd down and less than 10 here if I run out of bounds instead of taking the sack.
And just to acquaint you with Roshan Ramesh again, last year his first year of playing football, a tennis player. He's a graduate student, and this is his first ever start for UT club football. Comes up firing, deflects, and coming up with it. And he will take it to the house. Pierce Ayers. It is now 14-0 if it stands.
Yeah, what a play by Pierce Ayers once again. As that time, he's blessed with great speed, but he didn't need any of it right there as that ball came in his living room. And he trotted down the field, but there is a hold here.
Well, the UT thanking their lucky stars.
There you're going to see it right there. That ball was tipped, and then no chance to get Ayers as he just nonchalantly takes it to the house. But a huge break there for Toledo. As that penalty will make it a first down here for Toledo with the ball spotted right on the 50-yard line. So, boy, you talk about having some second chances here. They converted on 4th and long. Rolled the dice, went for it to inside their own 30. At that time, pick 6 taken off the board by the penalty.
Bailey gets met at the 50-yard line, continues ahead to the 48. Great second effort.
On the carry, brings up.
Yeah, it's so important. You try to get something out of nothing sometimes, and that time, instead of getting sacked in the backfield or getting hit for no gain, it's able to get a small gain out of it, and it keeps Toledo ahead of the chains here. And again, that gives you the ability to sprinkle in the pass with the run.
All ball to the near side. Fakes. Over the middle, nicely done. Right with at least his 4th reception of the game.
Yeah, credit Ramesh that time. Did a nice job selling the run there on that handoff fake. Then he's able to spot right there on a crossing route there across the middle. So that's a huge pickup because now it makes it 3rd down and 3. I'm almost led to believe if you go for it on 4th and long inside your own 30, this might be 4-down territory here. The ball spotted at the 43-yard line of Cincinnati.
3rd down and 3 at the 43, 2:59 and counting down. The fake to Bailey, steps up to the near sideline. Favors comes up with it. And going for the ball, tough. I tell you what, they're a ball-hawking team for sure.
Ramesh pass is complete to Favor.
Tremendous job by Ramesh once again. He's able to buy himself some time watching on a replay, steps up in the pocket. And a great job by Favors there, securing the football. He took a lick, but he made sure he hung on to the pigskin. That'll move the change once again. Toledo looking at a fresh set of downs here on the 38-yard line of Cincinnati. Trying to answer that first quarter score they gave up on Cincinnati's initial drive tonight.
Bailey steps out of the way, turns the corner, goes to the inside, and he will go no further. Gets near the original line of scrimmage. Maybe loses a yard.
60 players.
Yeah, great job by that defensive front once again. Looked like Anthony Collins was in on that stop. Greg Miller. Boy, the pursuit was all over it. Just no chance for that play to develop. That's going to be a loss of yards. So great job there by Cincinnati getting the tackle for loss.
Second down and 11. Moving to 1 minute. 1.5 minutes, I should say. I think Ramish is getting more confident with every hike. Over the middle, almost snagged. Intended for Hollaball, almost making the snag. That was Terrell Carter, and he's playing a whale of a game.
Yeah, that time the freshman Hollaball, had a little bit of space there, the ball overthrown, but again, with this closing speed that Cincinnati has in the secondary, it's going to be tough to connect on some of these vertical shots that we've seen the Rockets take here in this opening 15 minutes.
Pair of receivers on each side. We're at the 1:15 mark of the first quarter. Ramish has time, going deep again on the run. Jackson Wright pushed inside the 5.
Ramish to right.
Tremendous job by Ramish once again. Spotting right, you'll see it here. This is going to be a post route there, and he delivers the ball on time. And it's going to be a Toledo first down once again at the 3-yard line here in Cincinnati. So Toledo cannot afford to shoot themselves in the foot. The last time they were in this spot, they had an offsides penalty that kind of put them behind the chains. They never recovered. They threw that pick that Cincinnati returned out to the 20-yard line.
Rough and straight ahead. Maybe got to the 3. Maybe got to the 2, I should say.
Yeah, great job by Cincinnati up front there. They're doing an excellent job of getting off the football, but they're making it clear that, hey, if you're going to score from inside the 5, you're going to throw it upstairs because we're going to load the box. We're going to test you here. And that time, I thought Ruffin fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. So second goal from the 3 coming up, as that will do it here for quarter number 1.
We'll take the timeout. We will be back. Cincinnati United up 8-0 on BCSN.
Solar is growing. First Solar is leading the world's sustainable energy future. With 20 years of roots in Northwest Ohio, First Solar has grown to become the largest solar panel manufacturer in the Western Hemisphere, and still growing. Come grow with us and be a part of something different. To join our team, visit firstsolar.com/careers.
A great teacher calls on creativity and drive to overcome today's challenges. Introducing this month's BCSN Classroom Hero.
Angie Cox, 8th grade teacher at Toledo School for the Arts. I started this journey a little bit late in life, but once I figured out that I could emotionally impact this next generation of kids, I knew that that was it for me.
Gallon, Takis, and Boisenalt is proud to support our outstanding educators. Nominate your classroom hero today.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Visit DaveWhiteChevy.com. And by Sean's Irish Tavern, locally owned and operated, and proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community.
We are back 8-0. Cincinnati United on top. Cincinnati has come up with big plays, big stops on defense. Toledo showing a much improved offense tonight, but they have not put it in the end zone yet.
Well, points are going to be premium. This is a very good Cincinnati United football team. We mentioned how they had Ohio State on the ropes, lost to the #1 ranked Buckeyes by just a point. Boy, there's going to be another false start here by Toledo. And once again, going to put them behind the chains here. So what was once first and goal from the 3, now going to be second and goal from the 8.
History repeating itself, or at least looking like it. We have not even had a tick go off the clock in the second quarter. It is second down and 8, ball marked at the 8. Or I should say second down and goal to go from the 8. Keith in the backfield. 2 med school students in the backfield. And Keith goes down, no gain, a big loss, probably at the 10, if not more.
I want to stick that time by Greg Miller once again. As he's able to come in, just put the lid there on Colin Keith. And Keith, a big man as well, but he's not able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Scoop, we've been waiting all season for the Ramish to Keith connection, so we could call it the surgical strike, because both are in med school.
Well, we could get it right here. We'll see what Toledo has up their sleeve. 3rd and 8. Oh,
stuffed.
The pass is defended and knocked down by the
that's just how you draw it up.
52. Brings up 4 down.
Excellent job. Watch the penetration up front here by Cincinnati. Great job getting the hands up just as you teach it. At that time, Cordell Pollard is able to get the deflection. And now it's going to bring up 4th down and goal. Toledo will opt to bring the field goal team in as Merced Diaz, who was hitting from 40 yards out in pregame. This is going to be more or less a 25-yarder, but it could get the Rockets on the board, and Toledo will have to use a timeout.
Diaz, one of those unsung heroes. He kicks, he returns kicks, plays offense, catches passes, and we'll talk about that and more when we come back. Cincinnati on top, 8-0 on BCSN.
BCSN loves high school football, and Game Day Nation is the place to be on Friday night.
We have you covered from 7 to 10:30 every Friday night.
Live look-ins, analysis, and so much more.
Game Day Nation, presented by Renewal by Anderson, a better way to a better window.
Then at 10:30, it's time for Overtime. The scores, highlights, and interviews. Overtime, Friday nights on BCSN and the BCSN Plus app. Game Day Nation Overtime presented by Dunn Chevy in Oregon. Together, let's drive.
Your future is brighter at Glass City Academy. Awarded one of the top 5 charter schools in the state, Glass City Academy provides a safe and supportive environment for students to flourish and be successful. With multiple paths to graduation, transportation support, and 2 locations, Glass City Academy is here for your student throughout their high school journey. Enrollment is going on now. Call or click to find out more.
Brandon Motter puts the snap down. The kick is up, and it is good. A 25-yarder cuts the lead to 5. Cincinnati 8, Toledo 3.
Well, take a look at it again. Good protection up front. Solid snap and hold there, as you mentioned. Motter gets it down. Diaz kicks it through. And Toledo, after being stymied twice, having first and goal inside their own 5-yard line, will settle for the 3 points. And they now cut the deficit to 8-3.
We'll be back. This is BCSN.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body tracks and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
We are back. It looks like the run brought back by Milton. Oh, they're going to say Damian Trice. I thought it maybe was Milton Godfrey, but either way, Trice, the quarterback, who also plays defense, was running it back. Kind of like, wasn't it Cordell Stewart who did that for Colorado back in the 90s?
Well, you want Cordell Stewart out there in the field every chance you get, but you know, these guys, they brought 18 players here tonight, so you're going to see that probably more times than not. A lot of these guys are going to be on fumes here by the time this second half rolls around.
Talking with Coach Jared Ward before the game, pass complete to Godfrey, jukes across, a little jitterbug across to the 41. And he said their route, about 3 hours, was done in 5 cars.
Yeah, I'm sure they got here a little later than they wanted to, so they had to kind of rush through their pregame here a little bit. But they have not shown any signs of struggling here. They've been impressive. Their goal line defense tonight's been up to the task. Both times the Rockets got it first and goal inside the 5. They held the Rockets to a field goal attempt in those 2 possessions. And their offense has been impressive here, as we've seen early on.
Comes out firing. A short loss. Complete to Banks.
They'll watch it one more time here. Just a quick throw out to the flat. But look at the heads-up play that time from Leo Stumpfel out of Broadview Heights. Boy, he's been so stellar for the Rockets this entire season on defense. At that time, he comes up with a big-time play. And that's going to make 3rd and 10 here for Cincinnati. So a huge opportunity here for Toledo to force a 3 and out and get that offense back on the field.
Showing rush. 2 receivers on each side. Dumping it off. And will be stopped short of the 45.
Pretty good coverage that time in the secondary by the Rockets. As that time, Damon Trice had to kind of check off his receivers. He had to go to a safety valve.
Jeffrey Walton from Doane High School.
Yeah, and Walton that time, got a nice gain here, about 6 yards, but it's going to leave Cincinnati 4 yards short here on 4th and 4. It looks like Cincinnati has their offense out there, so they will indeed go for it here. Boy, this could be a huge break here for Toledo if they could inherit the football in Cincinnati territory here. They need to come up big here on 4th down.
Ball at the 44. Well, how about that? Curling around into Toledo territory, a 4th and 4. He gets it near the 25.
How about Milton Godfrey once again? Nice job of coming back to the football. They're kind of a button hook there move, and he came back to the football nicely and then cut across the field. And by the time Colin Keith could track him down, boy, that's a 1st down the ball on Toledo's 22-yard line. So big-time pickup on 4th down. Each team now has converted a 4th down conversion.
That one was a big one, every bit of 50 yards.
Boy, and Toledo could have been looking at the football and the chance to take a lead. Instead, the defense has to come up huge here as they're backed up near their own red zone.
1st and 10 at the 22. Trice has a man come beside him, so 2 men in the backfield. 10:20 to play, second quarter. Trice coming out, options it off, and going to get the first down, plus more inside the 10. Finally snapped down in there, making the stop for UT. Omari Moore snap. It looked like a wishbone kind of where you get the.
That's the first down run.
Well, how about Trice once again? That's the way to run the option. You know, there's no reason you can't option the football off 5 yards downfield, and that's pretty much what he did. Did a great job of selling out once the defense committed to him. He made the excellent pitch, and Banks took it from there. So a first down, make it 1st and goal here for Cincinnati United as they have the ball on Toledo's 9-yard line. Now we'll see if the Rockets can come up with that goal line defense that Cincinnati's been so good at here tonight.
You would think that this would be a passing situation, but in the backfield we've got Greg Miller, who is one of their top running backs. Into the end zone, tipped, incomplete. Ornleff broken up.
Now that's playing with fire when you're trying to go right at a guy like Dane Ornleff. Watch it right here. Ornleff timed that perfect. Just couldn't quite secure it there and bring it in, but he does get a nice pass breakup. And that would have been 6 there if he doesn't get his hands on it. But again, remember Ornleff last year being named All-American in the secondary. A big reason for that, he had 5 picks on the season last year, has a couple already this year.
And there are a number of people that thought he should have been first-team All-American.
Well, I'm one of them.
I'm the other one. Pitching in the backfield, finally snags it. 2 broken tackles down the sideline, in for the score. A 9-yard run around the outside with about 20 yards of effort, and a second touchdown set up by a bobble.
Credit to Sean Banks. I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn up, but they'll certainly take the results. As this time it was a little shuffle pass, but you'll see on the shovel pass that ball was tipped up in the air. And fortunately, Banks was able to come down with it. And then all of a sudden, everybody turned into blockers for him. So they cut it back the other direction. And he goes in standing up. So they turn a busted play into a touchdown.
His second touchdown of the game. Tayshaun Banks, he bobbled the other one. Like I said, the juggler. We can just start calling him the juggler. Chance to go up 16-3. It's not like UT hasn't had its opportunities. With a direct snap and no contest, but there is a flag.
Yeah, we might have a hold coming up. We'll see. There was the flag on the play, but it looks like the hold will be on Toledo.
So Pierce Ayers gets the 2-point conversion, it looks like. Holding is against Toledo.
Now, so Cincinnati, they've done a great job here coming in and putting up a couple quick scores here on Toledo. Now only 16-3 advantage. About 6 minutes into the quarter, two.
We'll be back. This is Club Football on BCSN.
Young people who participate in meaningful activities are less likely to use drugs or alcohol. Your time, your choice. Learn more at unisonhealth.org. Young people who participate in meaningful activities are less likely to use drugs or alcohol. Your time, your choice. Learn more at unisonhealth.org.
Back to the action. And it looks like they took the points off the board. And they're going to go at it again. This one from the 13. Scoop, what was the call?
I think they must have signaled the hold on the wrong team. They initially signaled holding on Toledo. Boy, there's a good pass breakup that time by Keon Price. And Dane Ornliff down there, great job there of taking 2 points off the board. So a mini break there for Toledo, but they'll take it. Watch it once again. Look how Ornliff just kind of sells out there. He's able to get a pass breakup. So once again, living up to that All-American status.
He does not look very happy. We'll take the timeout. We'll be back. Cincinnati 14-3 on BCSN.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
At Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, we know life is full of adventures, daily tasks, good friends, and family activities. We also know nothing beats having the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle, your personality, and your budget. At Charlie's, lease the 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4 just $369 per month or $319 per month with lease loyalty during Ram Power Days. Find your next new vehicle at Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Dodge, doing it different, doing it right.
We are back. Cincinnati United to boot it away. Fielded on the run by Favors. He gets to about the 29 before he is stopped.
And how about that special teams play once again by Cincinnati? They just fly the football. You know, these guys are physical out there and a great tackle in space. And Toledo will start out at their own 28-yard line looking at a long field.
You know, Scoop, it's not a case of UT, and I don't mean to be a UT apologist, but it's not a case of UT not getting yardage. It's not a case of them not moving the football. It's a case of them not getting in the end zone.
Yeah, it's really the little things. And the reason they didn't get in the end zone is a big part of it. Both those times they got first and goal, they had false start penalties that threw them behind the chains. Then how about Cincinnati? You know, Toledo had a chance to get Cincinnati 3 and out on that last drive. Cincinnati elected to go for it on 4th and 4, back on about their own 40-yard line. And they able to get that big monster play on 4th down for 30-plus yards and then never looked back.
Bailey got a 10-yard gain right there.
But you're right. Both teams should have 2 touchdowns at this juncture. No question about it.
Bailey again stopped, had 2 men right in front of him, and that was just enough for the defender to come up and take him down. Cordell Pollard.
Boy, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Roshan Ramesh, the fact that they can't get those 2, 3, 4 yards run the football. Instead, they get moved behind the chains, a loss of 1, and those tackle for losses really shrinks up your playbook here.
3-step drop again. Incomplete, and UT gets a huge break there.
Incomplete.
Oh, that time they dodged the bullet. Davian Preston out of Woodford County, Kentucky. Boy, that time that ball was in his living room. That's one he'd like to have back, but he certainly was in the right spot that time. And even though he'd rather have the pick, it is going to bring up a 3rd down and 11 here for Toledo.
Scoop, and this is a little bit of a I'll tell you this after this play, but it's going to make you laugh as I say this, I think. 3rd down and 10, ball at the 39. UT has got to get something going here. 3rd down situation, almost intercepted again. Ayers comes up with it. Oh, had a hand on it, I should say.
Pierce Ayers has been everywhere. He's been great on special teams. He's been great on defense. We've seen what he can do when he has the ball in his hands. That time, a nice pass breakup is going to bring up a 4th down for Toledo.
So, Scoop, as you see on the players, you got, the helmets. You don't really see it in this shot, but, okay, up number 32. You see the protective helmet on there, and I think it's amazing just the advancements that football has made. But it looks like the water buffalo hat from the Flintstones. It's just so wide, and that one will go out of bounds.
The concussion, the helmets are a great thing. And certainly advancements have been made, but it is a little bit different getting used to for sure.
Am I wrong, though? Does it not look like the big buffalo head that they would have for the Order of the Water Buffaloes?
How about those helmets Illinois down yesterday against Michigan?
Love it.
That time, Toledo gets a little break there as Cincinnati gets called for running into the kicker. Although it's not going to be enough for the 1st down, it might make an interesting decision here at 4th down and 6. And that time looked like Colin Keith, he had the green light to, hey, if you think you can get the 1st down, run it. If not, do the rugby punt. We could see that very much the same thing again.
Nice boot as well. That's going to roll out. Well, I thought it was going to go in and then roll, but it goes out, around the 25-ish.
Yeah, that time he did the same thing, but it looked like he wanted to run the football, then realized, that was not the right decision. And by the time he got that football off, he was under duress. And that's going to be a short kick. They're going to spot it right about the 35-yard line. So right now the Rocket defense has to step up and make a play here and keep this a 2-possession game here as we approach the midway point of the 2nd quarter.
7:12 to play, 2nd quarter. And Cincinnati has not been dominant. They just have got in the end zone.
No, but I've been impressed.
They've been making big plays.
Especially quarterback Damon Trice. He came in at over 400 yards in 2 games. One of those games being against Ohio State, and he's proven to me to be the real deal. He's made great decisions back there. He has the ability to check off receivers. He's just made some great decisions back there. And a big part, the Cincinnati's got 2 touchdowns here early.
Looking to the sideline, giving chase his stumful. It brings up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, this is kind of strength against strength. I mean, the fact that Toledo has a great secondary. They usually match up well in the right receiving core with about anybody.
And that was one of the question marks of this team coming into the year.
But Cincinnati also has, they have speed to burn on the edges, so you have to be careful because one slip up, in fact, we saw that earlier, when you get the guy behind you, look out, they can turn it into a big one. Reason they had that 60-plus yard touchdown here to start the scoring out in the 1st quarter.
And by the way, that is not the longest of the year for Banks. He had an 80-yarder against Ohio State club football, that is. Coming up with a big catch, taking the hit, continues on ahead to the 45-yard line. Pierce Ayers.
Yeah, how can you not like that young man right there? He just is dynamite out there. He's a load to bring down one-on-one. Watch it again here. He's able to catch it in space. And then most guys are going to go down without a fight there. He's able to get 7-8 yak yards there after contact. That takes the ball all the way into Rocket territory.
And he's an Iron Man. He's been involved in some of those pass breakups, too. Almost had an interception a few plays ago.
And he's certainly a lights out in the special teams department as well. So, again, very talented young man out there.
Trice down the sideline. Ornleff had a hand on it. I tell you what, he skied to bring it down, and I was expecting him just to bring it into his breadbasket.
Watch it here again. How many guys can make this play? But Ornleff not happy with himself, thinking, man, I should have made that play. But again, tremendous defensive effort there by DJ Ornleff. As that time Cincinnati was taking a vertical shot, and they were going for broke.
I think that's his second pass break up the game, not counting the two-point conversion that was busted.
Yeah, he's a guy that most teams tend to shy away from, but we've seen Cincinnati go his direction multiple times here in this opening half.
6:13 to play first quarter. The backfield of Walton and the quarterback Damon Treese pitches to Walton, goes down, and UT may have it.
I think so. I think Brody Sakovich, who's on a corner blitz from the opposite side, he spotted that pigskin on the turf. But I think that's dual possession, so are they going to give it to Cincinnati?
It looks like it's staying with Cincinnati.
Yeah, what a heads-up play there by Sakovich. Watch it here. He's on a corner blitz, and, boy, he's smelling football. And that's just a wrestle right now, kind of a free-for-all. With dual possession, the offense always gets that call.
There was a guy that represented the heart and soul of this program. It's Brody Sakovich, fifth-year senior.
Yeah, he doesn't get enough love. I mean, he's a guy that's so entertaining to watch because he leaves it out there on every play. He does not take plays off. He's that lead-by-example type guy out there, which you need. There he is again on a corner blitz.
He gets to the 45, and that's still going to be a loss of about a half yard.
And how about Joshua Finch there? Another guy that's certainly one of the top defenders in all college club football. Comes up with a big-time play right there. Now it looks like Cincinnati will send the punt team on the field here.
Now, we don't have a whole lot in terms of stats on their punting, so we'll see how this goes. And I'm not trying to make any, negative comments towards anybody been here, but it looks like there's some degree of confusion.
Well, again, they typically have 35-plus guys on a roster. The traveling roster tonight's only 18 guys, so they've got guys playing in spots they're probably not used to during the season.
Ornleff has to reel it in. He was going to let it go.
That punt is down at the 15-yard.
Yeah, that's a great punt. It's going to end up flipping the field as Toledo's backed up inside their own 10-yard line. By the time Ornleff can track that football down. Right now, if you're Toledo, though, you can really right the ship here. You've got 4:12 to go here. You sustain a drive here, make this the last drive of the half. You find a way to put points on the board. It's once again a one-score game. That can be that huge shot in the arm going into the locker room here at halftime.
A touchdown would cover a multitude of sins, and making it 14-10 makes it look an awful lot closer than it really is.
Yeah, I think if they can just get points at all, even a field goal. But I think the key is you have to move the change. You can't go 3 and out and let Cincinnati inherit good field position with all their timeouts here in a short field ahead.
Roughing ahead to the 14, maybe the 15. Brandon Motter back in at quarterback. Well, actually making his first appearance in this game.
Yeah, I like the call there. Motter, obviously, a guy's got tons of experience. He's been kind of the boss back there for 3 years here. And certainly he's got that big play capability. He's got that leader mentality. Here right now, they'd love to get a nice drive here to finish off this first half.
3:35 rolling down second quarter. Down 14-13. Pass on the sideline, gets out of bounds. That was complete to Favors.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch. Credit Mater and also credit Donovan Favors. That time Favors knew he had the first down, wanted to try to get a few extra yards. Was able to tiptoe his way toward the sideline there. That does move the chains here as the clock now approaching 3 minutes. Toledo still has one timeout. Remember, they had to burn 2 earlier due to some confusion on special teams.
Fights on the near side. Coming out of the backfield is Ruffin. Mater rolling out to the right. Throws on the run. Out of bounds, but I was going to say, nice catch on the sideline, but I don't have the number for 44 because he's not on the roster.
Well, that's a great job there by Mater. That time really looked like it was going to be a coverage sack, and, he knew enough not to take the sack. He got outside the tackle box, made sure that ball was going to be caught by one of his teammates on the sideline and not a red jersey. So good job just grounding the football there. Bring it up 2nd and 10 here.
2-by-2 receivers. Ruffin comes up to the right of Mater. Steps up on the sideline again. Nice little belt-high catch brought by Fights. Gavin Fights has 1 touchdown on the season, 4 receptions for 82 yards, gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, nice job that time by Fights. Knew exactly where the chains were. Was able to secure the football, get the first down. Now Toledo on the march here with consecutive first downs as we approach the 2-minute mark of this opening half.
Straight ahead, Ruffin to the 45.
Straight up the middle for the running back. Ruffin.
A little late blowing the whistle, didn't you think, Scoop?
Well, I think it's...
Or was he still in motion?
We've been tricked by this before. We were told they would have a 2-minute timeout at 2 minutes. But last week, last home game, we were tricked. They did not have it. So, but I think this should be the 2-minute timeout and not a Toledo timeout. So it does stop the clock at least. So they're not going to commercial break, but they do stop the clock. And now it starts to wind once again.
3 receivers in the far side, including Jackson Wright in the slot. Mater over the middle, through traffic. 3 defenders there, maybe even 4, and Wright comes up with it at the middle of the field.
Yeah, how about Jackson Wright? You talk about a tip ball there. He's Johnny on the spot. And you see the reaction from number 12, Ryan Morrison, who ended up giving Wright a high five on that, saying, hey, good for you. But that first down takes the ball into Cincinnati territory.
Mater to the left side, going deep, throws it up. How about that? Into the hands of Favors. A 56-yard strike. The lucky Kareen into Favors, and he goes in for the score.
That's deja vu all over again. We just talked about the tip ball and the play before that got the Rockets a first down in Cincinnati territory. And this time, the ball thrown in double coverage. It looked like Cincinnati might come away with a pick. Instead, it's going to be 6 for Donovan Favors as he's recipient of that deflected pass once again. And the Rockets now within 5, trying to tack on the point after.
Diaz trying for his first extra point. He had a 25-yard field goal earlier. The snap, Mater puts this one down. It is up, and it is good. It is a 4-point game. 14-10. You see you on top. We'll be back. This is BCSN.
CarStereo1.com. Turtle.
Solar is growing. First Solar is leading the world's sustainable energy future. With 20 years of roots in Northwest Ohio, First Solar has grown to become the largest solar panel manufacturer in the Western Hemisphere, and still growing. Come grow with us and be a part of something different. To join our team, visit firstsolar.com/careers.
Back to the action. Merced Diaz to kick it away. And I think Brandon Motter is fighting to get playing time again.
Well, competition's always a good thing. Can bring out the best in all of us.
Bouncing to the 20-yard line. That is picked up by Milton Godfrey. And he will dive across the 30 to the 32.
Yeah, nice job that time by Jackson Wright and Leo Stumfel to come up with that tackle on special teams. So Cincinnati will look at a long field as they'll start out on their own 31-yard line with 1:07 to work with. But yet Cincy has all three of their timeouts.
You know, Cincinnati has shown everything what the advanced billing has been for them, a team of not quite ready primetime players, but they look really good.
Yeah, they have some athletes out there, no question about it. This has been a very organized team. I've been very impressed with their whole mission, Cincinnati United. If you get a chance, check it out online.
Hit at the 35.
Who else?
Says, welcome to Toledo.
Who else but Stumfel? I mean, you talk about a textbook tackle. If you want to try to put it on video, you'll see it right there. Does a great job. He's got his head up, leads with the shoulder there. Nice wrap. Drives the guy back.
Nice job by a replay crew, too.
Yeah, those hits feel good. You can see the little smile on his face right there.
You know, you ask these football players would they rather play defense or offense, and the true football players say defense every time because they love laying the wood. Trice going deep. Snagged by UT.
Now, Colin Keith, the big man, he's trying to make something out of it. Gets it back to the 50-yard line. So right now, Toledo with 16 seconds. We'll see if they can pull one out of the hat once again. But this is just kind of a high fly ball to center field. And that time, Colin Keith just tracks it down. By the time he's brought out of bounds, takes the ball all the way into Cincinnati territory at the 49-yard line, but the Rockets just 16 seconds to work with. But we know Motter has the type of arm that can get it there, or certainly you get a big chunk here, you still have a timeout, you can throw across the middle of the field.
Low snap, Motter going to the left side. Incomplete. Wright had it on his fingertips.
Now that was the right call right there because on that out route it looked like they were going to be able to get a first down and get out of bounds and still have that last timeout where you can throw one across the middle, bring in the field goal team, or set up a Hail Mary. Instead it'll be 2nd and 10, 49-yard line with 12 seconds and a timeout. Should be time for 2 plays. Perhaps 3 if you do some quick outs. You waste a little time burning the timeout or getting out of bounds.
Motter will go down at about the 36.
And Toledo will burn their last timeout. But that changed the dynamics of things as now you're backed up in your own territory on your own 43-yard line. So right here, you don't want to be too cute. Remember, they have a lot of speed in the secondary, Cincinnati United.
Timeout is called on the field.
So they could turn an interception into 6 in a hurry. But you know the Rockets, we talked about at this stage of the season, you start putting in some of those hook and ladder plays, some of those things to spice things up during the week. We'll see what Coach Jamie Young has up his sleeve here. Maybe the Rockets will just be content getting it to halftime at 4 points.
I think the exact quote that he told me earlier in this week in terms of their play calling was, we're going to have, quote, some fun. So you take that as however you want to take it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Certainly what club football should be all about.
Five seconds on the clock. 3rd and 18. Flag on the play.
Free play.
Interception. Ryan Morrison, his second of the game, down the sideline. And he is going to be pushed out of the bounds by Tremaine Bailey.
Nice job by Morrison, but that time Cincinnati lined up off sides. So in essence, that was a free play. Half cannot end on a penalty, defensive penalty, so this will be an untimed down here. The ball should be about on the 43-yard line with that 5-yard walk-off. I'm sorry, was on the 43, so it should be about the 48.
Right.
But again, we talked about that speed in the secondary, so that's the thing you have to be careful with. Obviously, you love the pulling out of the hat here, but you also don't want to turn this into a 2-possession game here on the final play of this first half.
3 receivers wide on the far side. Ornleff on the near side. Ornleff comes up with it at the 45. Still on his feet, jukes, and then will be brought down, wrapped up by 3 Cincinnati players. And that will do it for the first half. At the break, Cincinnati United 14, Toledo 10. This is club football on BCSN.
M&J Agri-Solutions turned to Citizens National Bank for the startup capital and equipment loan needed to help make it happen.
Without Citizens National Bank, I wouldn't be at the position I'm in today because they've really helped me through everything that we have done. We're doing online banking, mobile depositing. With Citizens National Bank, I want to grow this business, be able to hire 3 or 4 more people to promote this to be an employee-owned company. With their help, I know I'll be able to get it done and be very successful in this operation.
Learn more at cmbOhio.com.
Your future is brighter at Glass City Academy. Awarded one of the top 5 charter schools in the state, Glass City Academy provides a safe and supportive environment for students to flourish and be successful. With multiple paths to graduation, transportation support, and 2 locations, Glass City Academy is here for your student throughout their high school journey. Enrollment is going on now. Call or click to find out more.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
I'm Charlie Contrada. Since 1979, Northwest Ohio has counted on my team for our experience, skill in the courtroom, and doing what's best for our clients. And now I'm proud to team up with Nuremberg Paris.
Like Charlie, we're here for you. And we take pride in the same things that have allowed Charlie to help so many of you.
Experience, skill,
and always doing what's best for our clients. Nuremberg Paris, fighting for the injured since 1928. 419-200-2300.
A great teacher calls on creativity and drive to overcome today's challenges. Introducing this month's BCSN Classroom Hero.
Angie Cox, 8th grade teacher at Toledo School for the Arts. I started this journey a little bit late in life, but once I figured out that I could emotionally impact this next generation of kids, I knew that that was it for me.
The Appliance Center is proud to support our outstanding educators. Nominate your classroom hero today.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Follow your dreams to Groganstown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Make them a reality. Let them take the wheel and enjoy the idea of a new vehicle. Experience the new car excitement and lease a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sport 4xe for $299 per month during Jeep Adventure Days. Don't just dream it, own it today at Groganstown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Nobody treats you better.
So we need a new game day tailgate analyst.
Who's at the top of the list?
We have our eye on one guy.
Did he play football?
Yes.
Did he coach football?
Yes.
Well, what about his hair?
Bald is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful. You're hired.
A new look game day tailgate is coming your way. Friday nights at 6:30 on BCSN, the NLL Network, and the BCSN Plus app.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Appliance Center, proudly supporting local athletes, their families, and all your home store needs. And by Dunn Chevy in Oregon. Together, let's drive.
Back to the action, 14-10 here at halftime. It is senior night here.
It's number 32, Brody.
And we talked about Brody Sakovitz earlier. Jackson Wright coming up with the big play there. Roshan Ramesh connecting with Jackson Wright again.
There's a big-time play by Cincinnati as Ryan Morrison gets one of his 2 picks in the first half. Is able to take a touchdown off the board.
There's the bumble, fumble, stumble.
And he's a special kind of athlete, as we've called his name out many times tonight, Pierce Ayers. And here's a nice, nifty, gutsy call on 4th and long inside their own territory. Colin Keith with the first down, but here you see a pick 6 that would get wiped off the board due to a penalty, but again, shows you the flashiness there of Pierce Ayers once again. There's a good catch by Favors, one of 3 he had the first half. Perhaps the biggest play for the Rockets of the day there. Jackson Wright across the middle there to set up a 1st and goal for the 3. Unfortunately, the Rockets would have to settle for this 25-yard field goal from Merced Diaz, but it did get the Rockets on the board.
8-3 at that point after the field goal.
They just have so many big-time playmakers to begin with. The Milton Godfrey, who had multiple catches in that first half. There you see DJ Ornliff go up and break up a potential touchdown pass to Ayers. But here's a nifty kind of broken play. Once again, you're going to see athleticism of Deshaun Banks. He's able to take that in the end zone. Ornliff breaks up the PAT conversion. Then a near interception that time. And Toledo dodged a bullet, and another near pick there by Ayers once again. Here's a nifty catch and run one more time by Ayers.
Ayers is one of those two-way guys, and both of these teams have bundles of them.
And how about Ornliff coming up with that spectacular defensive play? There you see Brody Sakovitz, one of the 3 seniors being out here tonight with a near fumble recovery. Here's a good pitch and catch to Gavin Bites. Here you see the first of 2 consecutive tip balls, this being the second one. And Donovan Favors is the recipient as that gets the Rockets in the end zone. And it gets us to our 14-10 halftime score. There you're going to see Colin Keith there, the big man with the pick. He takes it back just across the 50-yard line. The Rockets look like they're in business one more time, but that kind of brings us to where we're at. But I think, Dean, we should mention what a great honor to have 3 seniors out here tonight that Toledo was able to honor at halftime. Of course, Brody Sakovitz being one. Last year in 2023, Brody was an academic All-American for the Rockets. Another senior being honored tonight, Bryson Brown, out of Napoleon High School. Bryson as well, just like Brody, was an academic All-American back in 2023. And then the third senior, the big man, Edmund Big Ed Dari, being out here tonight. Remember, Dari was an All-American back in 2022 as a defensive tackle, second-team All-American for Cincinnati. So not a large senior class for Toledo, but a very, very big class as far as importance to this club football program.
So as you said, it's a good one here. 14-10 at halftime. We'll be back. College club football, University of Toledo club football on BCSN.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Genoa Bank. We take your banking needs personally. And by Car Stereo One. Turtle.
Sean's Irish Taverns offer great food and fun in a family sports bar atmosphere. And if you're looking for great burgers, steaks, salads, soups, and pizza, we've got you covered. Watch the biggest games every day with awesome food and drink specials. Looking for a banquet room for special parties? Sean's can take care of you. We're locally owned and operated and are proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community. Stop into any of the Sean's Irish Taverns today. Just sit back and let us serve you.
Teacher calls on creativity and drive to overcome today's challenges. Introducing this month's BCSN Classroom Hero.
Angie Cox, 8th grade teacher at Toledo School for the Arts. I started this journey a little bit late in life, but once I figured out that I could emotionally impact this next generation of kids, I knew that was it for me.
Gallant, Takis, and Boisenalt is proud to support our outstanding educators. Nominate your Classroom Hero today.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Are you looking for a fun and exciting way to bring your family, friends, or coworkers together? Look no further. The Toledo Rockets have got you covered. With our customizable group packages, you can build a perfect experience for everyone. Enjoy the high-flying action of Rocket football and make memories that will last a lifetime. So why wait? Book your group tickets today by calling 419-530-GOLD or visit utrockets.com/group-ticks. Get ready to be part of Team Toledo.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by PNC Bank and by Bowling Green State University, a public university for the public good. Visit bgsu.edu to learn more. BCSN broadcast is brought to you by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Visit DaveWhiteChevy.com. And by Sean's Irish Tavern, locally owned and operated, and proud to be active members of the Northwest Ohio community.
BCSN Sports Now is your best source for sports coverage all season long.
It's the area's only 30-minute show dedicated to local sports from beginning to end.
Highlights, scores, and stories that feature the athletes and coaches in your community.
If it's local, it's on Sports Nightly, every night at 10:30 on BCSN and the BCSN Plus app.
For the past 20 years, we've brought you the best in local sports. This year, get your buzzers ready. The most exciting academic quiz bowl is coming your way. It's the Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl. Schools from all over will go head-to-head to determine who will come out on top. Premiering October 27th, exclusively on BCSN and the BCSN Plus app.
I've got the questions. Do you have the answers?
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl is presented by Owens Community College, the powerhouse choice for your higher education.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Our firm does right by our clients. The case that ended traffic cameras in Ohio started with one person calling us. She became our client, and we went all the way to the Supreme Court of Ohio and won. This made a difference for her. It made a difference for people like her. This is how we approach all of our cases. If you call us and we take your case, we want to win and make a difference. How can we help you?
Just what you're looking for.
Buckle up for a new year of excitement at Yark Automotive Group, where our latest and greatest vehicles are ready to take your driving experience to the next level. We're stocked with the largest inventory of new and used models, and you'll buy knowing you'll never overpay with our 110% price protection guarantee and Yark Cares included on every new and pre-owned vehicle.
Just what you're looking for.
Yark Automotive Group, just what you're looking for.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Appliance Center, proudly supporting local athletes, their families, and all your home store needs. And by Dunn Chevy in Oregon. Together, let's drive. This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by Genoa Bank. We take your banking needs personally. And by Car Stereo One. Turtle.
Solar is growing. First Solar is leading the world's sustainable energy future. With 20 years of roots in Northwest Ohio, First Solar has grown to become the largest solar panel manufacturer in the Western Hemisphere, and still growing. Come grow with us and be a part of something different. To join our team, visit firstsolar.com/careers.
I am Brad Vanderloven. I'm a firefighter paramedic and a 2023 graduate of Siena Heights University. Choosing Siena was easy. I knew their online platform was really good. It gives you that flexibility to be able to still have a life. With the 7-week online accelerated classes, you can finish your degree within a year or on your own time. Move your career forward at Siena Heights University, like I did.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body tracks and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
We're here for you, right around the corner, ready to serve, connecting our homes, our schools, and our local businesses. So we'll do whatever it takes every day to make sure you stay connected when it counts. Buckeye Broadband.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side.
We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall. Call us. We can help.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go, go, go get it.
This BCSN broadcast is brought to you in part by PNC Bank and by Bowling Green State University, the public university for the public good. Visit bgsu.edu to learn more.
I'm Charlie Contrada. Since 1979, Northwest Ohio has counted on my team for our experience, skill in the courtroom, and doing what's best for our clients. And now I'm proud to team up with Nuremberg Paris.
Like Charlie, we're here for you. And we take pride in the same things that have allowed Charlie to help so many of you.
Experience, skill,
and always doing what's best for our clients. Nuremberg Paris, fighting for the injured since 1928. 419-200-2300.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
We got ourselves a ball game here. Cincinnati 14, Toledo 10. Dean Jackson along with the legendary Scoop Millers. We come to you from the Glass Bowl, getting ready to get going here in the third quarter. We saw a Toledo team that was in the process of coming back, but it's a lot different game at 14-10 than it was at 14-3.
Well, that last drive by Toledo to get them their first touchdown, get within 4. I thought that was a huge shot in the arm, but now they have to carry that over in the second half. So it's going to start with special teams right here. The defense has to find a way to get the football back and give Toledo its first opportunity to get a lead tonight.
Fielded at the 10-yard line.
Well, that time Rockus went with the squib onside kick, but great job there with the all-hands team. Again, that was Cordell Pollard, the big man coming up with the football.
What was the strategy, but just to get the ball back?
Well, we've seen them roll the dice pretty much a lot tonight. How many times have they rolled out on fourth down?
Okay.
You know,
So there wasn't necessarily a
I
reason
think it might have been one of those things on your own. Hey, if you think you can catch him napping, you want to try it, let's roll the dice here. We're going to put all our chips on the table, and we're not going to go back wondering what if we would have did this tonight. So Toledo's really throwing all the stops, but now the defense kind of in a tough spot here as Cincinnati starts out right on the 50-yard line.
Starting to get the running game going. The give to Greg Miller.
Yeah, I think whoever can exert themselves in the trenches here is going to have a huge opportunity to win this football game. We talked about how well these teams really match up in the secondary. Both teams, I think, are blessed with good athletes and good speed. But you also have to consider as well, Cincinnati was just 18 guys on the roster. How deep in the second half they're going to go before they start feeling the effects there of playing on both sides of the football. And also, a lot of these guys, as we mentioned already tonight, also on the field during special teams as well.
And remember, some of them were driving. So that's a little tiring, too, adding to it.
Yeah, it's not like they got here last night, had a walk through this morning, and, got acclimatized. I mean, these guys showed up pretty much within an hour of the game after making that drive themselves.
Sakovic's rushing. Dumped off. High stepping across, flag on the play. Keith in there to make the stop. Walton got the first down, but it's probably coming back.
Yeah, that time looked like Cincinnati had the perfect play called because Sakovic was in on a corner blitz, and that kind of freed up the safety valve. Jeffrey Walton. But with the chop block that's going to come back, see if we can find it right here. Yeah, right to tail end there. You see the flag came in. They tried to put a chop block on Callan Keith. But usually it takes 2 or 3 to get that guy out of the action because he seems to be everywhere. He's a guy that just has a nose for the football, flies to the football. That's a break there for Toledo's defense, as that'll put Cincinnati behind the chains as they'll be looking at first down and 17.
Scoop, here's a term that I haven't heard in years, but they used to call those plays clips. How come they don't use that term anymore?
No, there's a lot of things that have kind of gone by the wayside. You're right. Those things didn't change every few years back when we were kids.
Intended for Banks, could not find the handle. Brings up second down.
But obviously the game has changed as well. You didn't have the spread back then. You had a full house backfield. You saw a lot of the wing tee, and every now and then you tricked them with a pass play. But other than that, you were just trying to play smash mouth power football.
And sometimes your coach would let you have water.
Yeah, our coach wanted us to get 3 yards every time. We're going to keep moving the ball. We'll keep running as long as we get 3 yards. So that was always the goal. Especially when you had a guy like me at quarterback.
Going long into the corner. Overshoots the intended receiver, Walton.
Well, I like the idea. That time they had Walton split out on that left side, and he just was on a goal route. And again, you just kind of give him a chance. You throw the ball upstairs, try to let him run underneath it, make a play. Pretty good coverage by the Rockets secondary. Bring up 3rd and 17.
Those are kind of your mix-it-up play. That's your change of pace. That's a little bit of sometimes just to get momentum back.
Well, you've got to take those deep shots just to loosen up that middle a little bit. You can't let those guys continue to kind of creep up. So I think that'll help open up the running game as well, and maybe some of these passes out to the flats. Right now, trips to the right side, single back to the left.
Sakovic's on the rush again. Waiting for it, snags it inside the 20. Semple was down there. Godfrey has the catch.
What a big-time play by Milton Godfrey once again. That looked like Toledo and Leo Stumpfel was in perfect position, but Godfrey just goes up and makes a play.
In Stumpfel's defense, there wasn't a whole lot that he could do outside of interference.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to tip your cap, and that certainly was one of them. As Godfrey, if we've seen how athletic he is all night long. Well, that's a big one. That gives Cincinnati a fresh set of downs inside the Rockets' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 19. The give to Miller. The hole closes. Brought down. First time we've called his name, Tristan Herndon, tonight. He's got 10 tackles this year. And, Scoop, when I say he's got 10, he's probably got 20 because stats are not necessarily at a premium and when you've got short staff.
No, I agree. You know, he's a hard hitter out there. Likes to put his lid on people. And that time, 4 yards on first down. So Cincinnati, the difference tonight so far, Dean, I think we can both agree that it's really been red zone efficiency. You know, Toledo 0 for 2 to start things out in the red zone. And right now, that Rocket defense has to find a way here.
Miller to the outside, stiff arm. He gets inside the 10. Again, Herndon to make the stop.
Yeah, that's going to be enough for the first down. And so 1st and goal coming up here for Cincinnati United with the ball on the Rocket 9-yard line. So now that Rocket goal line defense has to really make a stand here and try to force Cincinnati United to a field goal opportunity. And the fact that they have not even kicked their extra point tries tonight tells me they probably aren't going to look at a field goal here. This is going to be 4-down territory here for Cincinnati.
Walden in motion to the near side. He'll line up by Banks. The give to Miller, spins around, spins again, and finally slowed down. Big at Dari brings in to the heat.
Yeah, great job by the big man, Adnar Dari, that time, and also Landon Martinez in on that, as a host of other Rockets were as well. So that's a good stop there on first down, a pickup of maybe 2 yards. So 2nd goal from 7.
Ten and a half minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Trees in the shotgun. Steps back, rolls to the right, rolls into 2 defenders, loses it, and they're going to say he was down.
That defense warms the quarterback.
That's a big-time hit going on by Toledo. Watch it right here. As a Cincinnati catches the break, they ruled that forward progress. But clearly he was not down, but certainly you can't argue against the forward progress. Now it's just a matter of where you're going to spot the football.
Intentional grounding called against.
Wow.
Since he lost the downs.
That's a curious call.
That's an interesting call. Was never in my mind that was a forward pass.
He was wrapped up. I don't think there was any way that he was trying to toss that away. I thought it squirted out.
Well, he's got his back to the end zone. You'll watch it right here.
Sorry, I don't think that's it. Him losing it. That's not him.
I think Cincinnati will take the play there because that could have been a lot worse there for Cincinnati. That could have easily been Rocket football.
Sweeping left side. Keith slows him down. Herndon down there to make the stop. Also in there to wrap him up. You can count on Brody Sakovitz.
Ayers has been a tough man to stop down there in the red zone. They've had a lot of success with that play tonight, but this time great pursuit angles that time by that Rocket defense. And that time a short gain by Cincinnati. But that should bring up 4th down because I believe the Rockets, with that, it was ended up being a loss of down penalty. So it should be 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. So monumental play right here for both these teams.
The give to Ayers, penalty. False start against Cincinnati. Scoop, how many times you spin it around on a false start? Or is that just arbitrary?
Yeah, it's. But I think both teams not happy with the way they've performed as far as penalties tonight at this juncture in the season. I mean, I realize maybe not so much Cincinnati United, just their third game, but Toledo certainly more penalties than they care to admit here tonight. And Cincinnati had, they were hit hard with penalties in that first quarter, having a 15-yarder, a couple 5-yarders, and also a 10-yarder.
Toledo's defense has to come up with a big stop. Cincinnati trying to create some separation. Treese rolling out. Incomplete. Walton down there trying to plead his case, but the back judge says no, baby, no.
Well, there you saw the rush coming on the backside by Sakovic. Good job getting the hands up in that passing lane.
Let's look at that again. I am pretty sure that was deflected.
Great team effort. You be the judge. I think it was. Great job there by Toledo. And that's the difference between maybe 6 points and turning it over on downs. But the Rockets get that stop in the red zone that they so desired, and now the offense looking at a long field trying to get an answer.
Keith with a big gain to the 25. And Motter is back in at quarterback.
Well, you love that dimension that Colin Keith adds to the backfield, because he's not an easy man to bring down one-on-one. Boy, you just don't want him getting to that second level without being touched.
That possession, 6.5 minutes for Cincinnati United. To the 30-yard line. How about that? We're seeing a new sparkle offensively. And I like that he's wearing number 88, like the old school, runners of the 50s.
Yeah, he's not going to shy away from the contact either. He's probably going to hunt it down and go right at it. So he's one of those running backs that likes to be the hitter, not the hittee.
He's laying the wood again. It's better to give than to receive.
Exactly, and right now the Rockets are winning first down. That's awfully huge when you're trying to sustain a long drive that started out inside your own 10-yard line.
And Keith is good for 5 yards to carry the fake. Nice setup. Motter, incomplete, going out of bounds. It was intended for Hollowball.
Yeah, pretty good coverage that time by Cincinnati. It was not fooled there by the play fake and stayed home there, and that ball deflected. Although we've seen the Rockets, the beneficiary of some pass deflections here tonight. None bigger than that touchdown at the end of the first half by Donovan Favors from Brandon Motter.
A deflection that created a reflection of a touchdown. Modern shotgun barking out the plays, gets a big complete to Fights. Good for the first down.
Great job by Fights. Knew exactly where he was, so instead of trying to do too much, just made sure he caught the football, secured it. Boy, that's a huge conversion. And once again, Toledo moves the chains as they now have a little breathing room as the ball rests at their Rocket 36-yard line.
Trips to the far side. The give again to Keith. He's just a bulldozer to the 43. I mean, it's one thing to catch up with him. It's another thing to bring him down.
Well, I tell you what, he took a shot there 5 yards in, but you'll have to tell him, because I don't think he realized it. He just kind of bounced off and then went downhill for a second time and was able to get another 3-4 big yards after that initial hit. So, boy, tremendous run once again. Toledo winning first down, looking at 2nd and 2.
I think we may have made a discovery here. It's like tackling a Mack truck. Right in motion to the near side. The give to Keith again. Stiff arms away, across to the 45, still on his feet. to the 45. Cincinnati United has no answer.
Is Colin Keith having fun out there? Is it just me? Watch it again on the replay. He's able to stiff arm one guy, bounces it out. And then who can I lower the shoulder to? And again, the yak yards continue to rack up. And there he's going to come out and get a breather, a little H2O. But not before Toledo takes the ball into Cincinnati territory.
And he's deceptively fast, too. High snap to Mater, brings it down. That one complete to right. Pickup of about 3 yards, maybe 3.5 yards.
Great job by Jackson Wright. You know, he secured the football, took a shot. But again, that's a great job there on first down, getting positive yards, staying ahead of the chains. Going to bring up about a second and we'll say 7, a long 6 for sure, but we'll call it 2nd and 7.
Mater gets the play, brings it back to the huddle. 4:41 remaining in the third quarter. Toledo slow and methodical. They've had the football for about 4 minutes. That one incomplete on the sideline. Not a bad call. Favors couldn't get to it, though.
Yeah, you put that ball where only your teammate can get it and no one else, and that time Favors try to make a comeback route there, but the ball short hops him. So we'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. But as we've said tonight, just about everything might be 4-down territory tonight for Toledo, as we've seen them go for it multiple times on 4th down, even inside their own territory.
Mater forced out of the pocket, throwing, coming back to get it. It is complete to Fights. There's a flag as well.
Yeah, that time looked like Toledo had the screen set up, but great job by Cincinnati recognizing it.
Legal hit to the head. Personal foul against the Rocket.
Was that a personal foul or was that an eligible man downfield?
No, it was a personal foul.
Okay.
I don't know if we caught it there in a replay, but it was on the Rocket receiver there with the hand of the helmet. They're right now waiting for Cincinnati to either accept or decline the penalty. Remember, if they decline it, it'll be 4th down and 7. And that's what they accept to do. So 4th down here. But again, we've seen now Toledo's been riverboat gamblers all night long. No reason to think they're going to do anything different here on 4th and 7 this time.
4th and 7.
They got all kinds of confidence after their stop. 2-by-2 for Mater. 3-step drop. He's got time, wobbly, but that one is complete. Hollaball comes up with it.
Now, what a night Brandon Mater's had coming in out of the bullpen here tonight. Watch it on 4th down and 7. He's able to step out of the pocket there on that right side. And how about the catch once again from Brian Hollaball, who comes up big there, is able to take it all the way down to the 27-yard line of Cincinnati. And right now the Rockets trying to take their first lead of the night here.
In the shadow of the red zone. The give to Bailey. He will get it across the 20.
Yeah, nice run by the freshman Tremaine Bailey out of Akron.
About a yard short of the first down. He got to the 18. The first down is at the 17.
This has been the key to this drive for Toledo. They continue to win first down, get in those manageable 2nd down and short scenarios. Almost like a free play right here at 2nd 1. We'll see if they take a vertical shot here that they give to the big man.
Just churning ahead, stopping the Mack truck.
Ball's forward for first down.
Oh, I love the call. You know, right now you got a guy that's wants the football in his hands. He's been rested here the last few plays, so now he comes in there and he's able to get the first down. That takes it all the way into the red zone here.
CU takes the timeout. We do too. Cincinnati on top 14-10. This is BCSN.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Our firm does right by our clients. The case that ended traffic cameras in Ohio started with one person calling us. She became our client, and we went all the way to the Supreme Court of Ohio and won. This made a difference for her. It made a difference for people like her. This is how we approach all of our cases. If you call us and we take your case, we want to win and make a difference. How can we help you?
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
First and goal to go from the 10. Turning the corner. Will not be denied. Touchdown. Colin Keith. A 10-yard rumble, and he did rumble.
Impressive drive, and what an impressive run by Colin Keith. If there's a guy that deserved to score the touchdown on this drive, it's that young man right there. Boy, he's just been a bull this entire drive. At that time, he takes it to the house there. After the timeout, and Toledo, for the first time tonight, has the lead. Now Brissett Diaz, who's accounted for 4 of the Rocket points tonight with a PAT and a field goal, trying to tack on number 5 right here.
It is good. 17-14. We'll be back on BCSN.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body tracks and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Every year, over 100,000 commercial vehicles are involved in accidents, resulting in thousands of deaths and serious injuries. The injuries are severe, the cases are complicated, the insurance companies are sophisticated. Let us deal with the insurance companies so you can focus on healing. You need an experienced legal team that handles these complex cases and that can protect you.
We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Picked up at the 24-yard line on the bounce. A little shake and bake, and he will get out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, another solid return by Ryan Morrison, who's been certainly a dual threat guy here for Cincinnati this evening. As Morrison out of Worthington Kilbourne takes that out to about the 45-yard line. So excellent starting position here for Cincinnati United, who for the first time tonight find themselves trailing on the scoreboard.
You know, since those early scores, and let's be honest, the only issue was that UT had penalties, they lost composure, whatever you want to call it, didn't get in the end zone. Take away those plays, it was an even game anyways, but that's the only difference. Toledo just puts it together in the second half.
Yeah, we
we
thought coming in this would be perhaps one of the toughest games for Toledo here at home to get the W. And they've had some tough ones with Ohio State, Michigan State visiting the Glass Bowl this year, but we knew this would be a challenge as well.
And Treese will go down across the 50-yard line, a loss of equipment about 10 yards behind him.
Boy, he might have lost some equipment right there when Adnan Dari lit him up like a Christmas tree, but not before a first down on a nifty run. Looked like Tristan Herndon had a little help there as well. But Big Ed with another big shot. Now Cincinnati trying to answer that rocket scoring drive.
Set at the 44, minute 35 to play, third quarter. Treese, as I said, one of those guys that's on the radar. And Jared Ward, the head coach for Cincinnati United, says his job, his goal, his dream is to get these guys in D1 or D2 programs.
Yeah, you have to love the philosophy from head coach Jared Ward. Was able to find some clips of him and his team on some of the news stations down in Cincinnati, and the mission these guys on is incredible, and is a guy that gets the big picture, you know. So yeah, he's out there to teach them football, but so many life lessons through it as well. And you can see that he's got a lot to be proud of the way this Cincinnati team has performed here tonight.
And they're doing a lot of it on a shoestring. Down the sideline, pushed out of bounds near the 41. Banks and Ornliff also down there to make the stop.
Yeah, Banks, man, he's the one that got the scoring started for Cincinnati tonight with that monster TD reception, where he's able to take it all the way to the house. He's a guy they'd love to get the ball to another 7-8 times here tonight if they can.
The quick out to Banks has an opening. Does not get very far. And in there, Keith, to say, okay, you're not going any further.
Yeah, they're doing what they need to do. You try to get the ball to your playmakers and watch it again. Nothing flashy. Get to Banks in the flats and let your athletes make plays. By the time he's brought down, another first down for Cincinnati. And will they get a playoff in time here before the end of the third quarter? I guess they will not.
We will be back. Fourth quarter action on the way. Toledo on top, 17-14 on BCSN.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
When you've been hurt in a car accident, your life feels like it's frozen in time.
How long it stays that way depends on what you do next and who you call for help.
At Nuremberg, Paris, we've been fighting for the injured since 1928.
We're here to help you and your family break free from the burden of a serious injury.
After a car accident, don't say or sign anything. Call Nuremberg, Paris, your local injury lawyers, so we can help you move forward again. Nuremberg, Paris, fighting for the injured since 1928. 419-200-2300.
Welcome back on a Chamber of Commerce Sunday night at the Glass Bowl. Temperatures hanging around in the upper 60s. We've got a slight wind of, maybe 7 or 8 miles per hour, but a little bit of a breeze. But all in all, you can't be complaining in mid-October for this type of game.
We've had great football weather all year long, and how about tonight? Not just player-friendly, but fan-friendly. As I do not see blankets and coats everywhere like you would expect to see here at the Glass Bowl deep into October.
Walker gets to the 26. I remember a game here last year that, we could have started a fire and we wouldn't have been warm enough.
I remember that game very well. That was with Columbus State out of Georgia. And they were freezing like we were as well, but it was cool. It was windy that night. But what a great game that was, a 22-21 victory where the Rockets went for two on the game's last play. Were denied it. But exciting game here at the Glass Bowl. Just one of 4 Rocket losses all time here in club football history at the Glass Bowl. The first loss was in their initial season to Wright State. The next loss was in 22 to Ohio State. Last year, that Columbus State loss, and then this year they lost to Ohio State earlier. So those are the only 4 losses. But certainly right now, this Cincinnati team trying to put up dual losses here in the same season for Toledo.
Dangerous pass on the outside to Milton Godfrey.
Boy, that play looked awfully suspect from the start, but you saw the big block there, the good kick-out block on the other side, and all of a sudden a seam opened up, and by the time Colin Keith brings him down, it's going to be a first down here for Cincinnati with the ball on the Toledo 13-yard line.
Scoop, I got to tell you that Columbus State game last year, and it was an exciting game, and there were moments when you kind of got goosebumps. I don't know if we had goosebumps or it was that chilly or it was both, but we were shivering.
It was hard to talk that night. I remember it very well. It was just really freezing. It got down into the 30s by the time that game got over. In fact, that game got over just a little after 10 o'clock. So it was a cool, brisk night here in Toledo. But you and I were both glad we were here. A disappointing loss for Toledo. But, wow, what a fantastic football game that was right here on BCSN.
And you know what? Again, not trying to put feathers in the hat of this UT club football team, but they have not shied away from playing anybody.
No, you look at their schedule. It's just been tremendous. Number 1 ranked Ohio State came here to Glass Bowl to start out the season. Last week, Toledo played at number 6 ranked Wright State. And, of course, 2 weeks ago, the last home game before tonight's was against Michigan State, a team that was preseason top 5. So, again, just it's really been just a tough schedule. But I think that's how Coach Jamie Young would rather have it. You know, iron sharpens iron, so these guys have not shied away from anybody.
Miller spinning around inside the 5 will get slowed down near the 4. I don't think he got to the 3.
That's a big run there by Greg Miller. Watch it again here. Just goes right up the middle there, a little quick hitter there. Excellent blocking up front. You see the Rockets trying to strip the football away. Now we got a 2nd and goal. They're going to spot the football.
I think you put it at...
Make that 2nd and 2.
Okay.
So I think they're just inside the 4. They need to get down to the 3 to move the chains. They can get a first down without a touchdown.
Okay, they're going to put it just past the 4, it looks like, from this angle. Well, nope, it's at the 4. 2-man backfield. And Toledo looked like they were in a hurry. Looked like Herndon was... Oh, no, false start against Toledo.
Boy, remember, those are the same penalties that really snuffed a couple golden opportunities for Toledo back in that first quarter where the Rockets had 1st and goal from the 4, 1st and goal from the 3, but both times, the first time they were denied on the interception on 4th down, and the second time they had to settle for the 25-yard field goal for Merced Diaz. So, Toledo has certainly left some points off the table. The last time in the red zone, Cincinnati left points off the table. A lot of time left with over 12 to go, but certainly a huge part of this contest because both these teams have a lot of players playing on both sides of the ball. Fatigue will start to factor in here as this clock continues to unwind.
And some confusion. The flag comes with it. It looked like there was motion.
False start penalty against CU.
Boy, that's back-to-back penalties. And again, just you can see they're not in sync. They don't have their normal roster here. Again, you know, typically on home games, they've got 35-plus guys. They travel just 18 here tonight. And it's forced a lot of guys to maybe jump around or play both sides of the football a little bit more than you're used to. Now the Rockets have to take advantage of those penalties here. Look at Sakovich coming in
Sakovich has him by the ankle. Wow!
Well, he's got one gear out there. It's hard not to key on him when he's on defense because you know he's trying to make a play each and every time. And watch it right there. Once he's able to get by the would-be blocker, boy, look at that determination. Just never gave up. Is able to get that sack there off the big play by one of the three seniors on it here tonight, Brady Sakovich.
I think that's called having a good motor. Coaches talk about a player having a motor. I think he has a good motor.
Yeah, Brody, again, he's got that one gear.
3rd and 10 from the 12-yard line.
He's that guy. I'm sure his parents are used to it, but he doesn't go home with a clean jersey or probably without blood on the uniform as well. He leaves everything out there.
He's coming again on the rush, throwing it into the end zone, and he got it.
What a catch once again by Tayshawn Banks. That time he just kind of ran a fade route. Boy, that's a tough play to execute, especially when you have the corners that Toledo has. But this ball is thrown right where it has to be. And once again, Banks comes up big.
And Banks fought for it as well. It has not come easy for this Cincinnati United team.
Now, if you're Toledo, you have to flush that, come out here and stuff them on the extra point. You'd expect Cincinnati. They've gone for 2 all night. You think they would here. If you can stuff them here, you keep it to just a field goal difference. So big PAT coming up here for Cincinnati after that impressive 11-yard scoring attack there.
And he got in.
That 2-point conversion is good.
So Miller makes it a 22-17 game.
But look at that fade route once again. One-on-one coverage. Pretty good coverage at that, but just a better play there from Banks. And he has a second touchdown of the night.
We'll be back. This is BCSN.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
Our firm does right by our clients. The case that ended traffic cameras in Ohio started with one person calling us. She became our client, and we went all the way to the Supreme Court of Ohio and won. This made a difference for her and made a difference for people like her. This is how we approach all of our cases. If you call us and we take your case, we want to win and make a difference. How can we help you?
We are back, 22-17. Cincinnati United on top. Scoop, I was just saying, might take 35 points to win this game.
Well, that's our second lead change here the second half, and no reason to expect we won't have some more by the time this is all said and done. But right now, it's Toledo just trying to make sure there's going to be at least a third lead change.
Bailey lost it, comes up with it again, and he will go down near the 27. Somebody loses a helmet.
He brings it back to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Rocky.
I think that was Banks, so he'll have to set out a play.
So as John Madden would say, when the helmet comes off, it's always a good sign there's no head in the helmet. So no harm, no foul. You do have to set out a play.
He also used to have in those video games. He comes up looking through his ear hole.
Tell you what, he was a guy that enjoyed the game of football and made it entertaining for those of you that were around him.
Ruffin advances and delivering the hit to the 35-yard line.
Of course, I was a big Raider fan back in the days of, Kenny Stabler was always my idol there, being a left-handed quarterback, and the Snake gave Raider fans a lot of thrills there back in the 70s.
Ruffin to the outside, gets to the 39. Maybe a pickup of a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards, and that's good for the first down.
Yeah, that's what they need right now. They've got plenty of time here, but again, you have to be efficient here. Your defense was taxed on that last drive. They were on the field a long time before surrendering that touchdown on that aerial strike to Banks. So now the offense just put together a nice, long, sustained drive here. That's a good start for it right there.
Almost snagged, and it is.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a pick. That's going to go to Davian Preston, who was in the right place at the right time. Watch it once again, the replay. This ball is going to be deflected. And there you see the great concentration from Preston. And boy, that's a tough time to turn the football over. But now Cincinnati would love to make this a 2-score game against a Rocket defense that's been on the field here a lot in this third and fourth quarter.
Scoop, as you go back to Kenny Stabler, one of my favorite all-time commercials. Kenny Stabler had a can of oil, a quart of oil, and you probably remember this, and there was an El Camino that was driving right down the middle of the field, right between the hash marks, and he would drop back and he would throw, theoretically, this can of oil, and it would land right in the box in the open space of the big box of cans of oil. You remember that commercial?
I remember that commercial, and in fact, I actually communicate with Kenny's daughter, Kendra, from time to time. She's a big football fan as well, and a lot of people don't realize what a great athlete Ken Stabler was. Everybody knows what a great quarterback he was for Bear Bryant at Alabama, but very few knew that he was one of the best basketball players at the time in the state of Kentucky, and also was an excellent baseball player, and the guy that probably could have played at a big-time level in multiple sports.
Trice overshoots his intended receiver, Godfrey. Brings up 3rd down and 7. Now, in my younger broadcast days, I connected with 2 other Raider people. Fred Biletnikoff's son, and Mike Ciani was a coach of a couple teams in indoor football.
Oh, Fred Biletnikoff's son probably was born with stickum on his fingers.
Well, it's funny because when Madden died, one of the photos was with Fred Biletnikoff, and then, like right knee-high, Freddie Jr. was right there. So I had to send that photo, and of course, Freddie was all about that.
I bet.
Freddie B is what they call him.
He was a dandy. Yeah, the immaculate reception there by the Steelers there, boy, took the wind out of my sails many years ago.
Yeah, the 70s could have been the Raiders' decade.
No question.
The Raiders.
I think going to try to maybe get some time back on the clock. We'll see.
And by the way, Scoop, I'm working on getting a Mike Ciani autographed football card, too. So I'm not telling you where I'm found
That's
it.
Impressive.
He was, I think, runner-up for Rookie of the Year in 71 or 72.
He definitely would have been in the top 3 or 4 for sure. Boy, there's a nice flag route there.
Ayers inside the 20, still on his feet. And the guy who's done it all tonight, Keith.
Yeah, and that time, Keith, kind of desperate there, trying to go for the strip there, which was a heads-up thing to do. But how about Ayers there? Instead of stepped out of bounds, cuts it back. He's able to get nearly 20 yards after he nearly stepped out of bounds. Boy, that's a big-time play. 1st and goal coming up here now for Cincinnati, trying to make this a 2-score game.
Banks in motion to the far side. There are 3 receivers over there. Trice will give it off to Miller. He is brought down inside the 5.
And right now, Cincinnati more than okay with maybe taking 3 or 4 plays before they score just to milk a little clock here. As you see it ticking away right there, by the time they snap this football, there should be under 7 to go.
The stop by Landon Martinez, who's just kind of quietly been going about his business tonight. I've seen him involved in a couple plays, but I haven't necessarily mentioned his name. Trice to the outside. And he got to maybe the 4. So a pickup of a yard, 3rd down, and goal to go from the 4.
Yeah, nice job by Damon Trice once again. There's a lot to like about that young man. Understands the moment here. Instead of trying to do too much, secures the football. Was able to get a few yards on that play. And again, just they're going to take as much time off this clock as we can. By the time this football gets snapped, we'll be approaching the 6-minute mark of this contest.
Looks like they're going to put it at the 5. Timeout is called by Cincinnati United. We will take the timeout as well. Cincinnati United on top, 22-17 on BCSN.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body Trax and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
3rd down and 5 from the 5. Deflected. Stumfle was right in the middle of it, intended for Godfrey. And there is a flag.
Yeah, how about the junior Leo Stumfle once again? That was in the right spot there. Did all he could to try to get a pick on that, but ends up breaking up the pass. There is laundry on the field.
I want to just say, give us a call already.
Ineligible.
That penalty goes against.
Okay, what's the finger to the tooth signal?
That's a new one.
Okay. That's I had steak before the game.
That penalty is declined. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, great job once again. Good pressure by Toledo, forces a tough pass, and I think Cincinnati feels fortunate that ball did not end up in enemy hands.
And set up on the far side by 3 or 4 blue shirts getting in the face of Treese on the far side. They were providing all kinds of confusion. It looked like the old days of the Purple People Eaters.
Those are the good old days where it was true football back then.
Especially in Minnesota where,
Oh, my goodness.
You're playing in 90 degrees below
Carl
zero
Eller,
at the Met.
Alan Page, yep.
And Treese will go down. Brody Sakovitz with the sack.
You always love the seniors. Seniors step up on senior night, and there's a good shot of it. And wow, he's fired up, and why not? One of many big-time plays by the senior here tonight. Watch it again. You see the pressure coming. But again, give a lot of credit that time. Toledo, they just really closed the pocket down in a hurry, and no chance for Trice that time to make a play.
Last year in the publicity shots for club football, Brody Sakovitz was wearing a cowboy hat, which fits him perfectly. The big man gets the ball again, letting the big dog eat. He gets to the 19. It may just be a case of giving the ball to him for the next 90 yards and having about 30 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they have time to do it. You got 5.5 to work with. You've got a couple of timeouts. The key is you have to win first down. Continue to win first down, get those second short scenarios. And no better way to win a football game than a walk-off drive.
Keith may have 60 yards rushing. Motter fading to the right side on the run. Nice catch. Getting out of bounds. Out to Brian Hollaball.
Yeah, great job by Hollaball. Good looking out route. Knew where his feet were. Was able to secure the football. Took a shot. And that moves the chains. And the clock now under 5 minutes. But again, I think Rockets, they've got plenty of time. What they don't have time really is for a second drive. So they have to get it done here. But right now, off to a good start.
Low snap. Motter steps away from pressure. Incomplete. Intended for Jackson Wright.
Yeah, Jackson Wright's been a favorite target tonight for multiple reasons. He's come up big time and time again, the sophomore, but that time good coverage in the secondary by Cincinnati. What that will do is stop the clock at 4:31.
Scoop, you'll hear me talk about possession guys a lot. Those are the guys, you well know, those are the guys the quarterbacks can go to because you know that they're going to keep possession. They're going to keep the drive going. Motter has got 5 of those tonight. Down the sideline, incomplete, no call. It was intended for Fights.
At that time they went for the home run ball. They sent Fights there on a go route, and he was locked in single coverage man-to-man. But once again, the speed that Cincinnati brings to the table in that secondary, so difficult to get separation. Now 3rd down and 10 coming up here for Toledo. I'm surprised they haven't gone to the big man on the ground here during this drive.
This is not a spot you want to sputter. They do give it to the big man right through the middle, hauling the mail to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards, but they still got 6 to go.
Yeah, he got nearly half of it, but now that's going to bring up a 4th down. Yeah, right now you really have, I think, no choice but to go for it right here.
Timeout is called by Rocket.
Good call by Toledo. Just make sure that they know what they want to do and not rush into it. Cincinnati on top, 22-17. This is club football on BCSN.
When you're injured in a car accident, handling all the pieces can be overwhelming. There are hospital bills, lost wages, let alone insurance companies calling nonstop pressuring you. When injured in an accident, you are not alone. We have the experience to handle all the pieces of your car accident, so you don't have to. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. We're on your side.
We're attorneys with Gallon, Tackus, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Well, Scoop, I was just getting ready to say they certainly aren't going to have the big guy take it on the run. He gets stopped a yard short.
Boy, it wasn't short on effort. He did all he could to try to carry that pile, but by the time the dust settles, looks like the big man, Colin Keith, going to come up a yard short. So a big stop there as Toledo will turn over downs as we're under the 4-minute mark, and Toledo right now has to have a play from their defense. They have to get really not a 3 and out anymore. This is 4-down territory for Cincinnati, but they're going to have to get the football back, try to conserve as much time as possible. They just can ill afford to give up some first downs to this Toledo or to this Cincinnati offense.
Defense has played well tonight, but again, how many times can you ask them to come up big?
The great thing about this game, both these teams, you can tell it by their eyes, the energy out there. These guys want to win this ball game, and they're leaving it out there.
Banks gets lost a little bit in the confusion, but then able to work free for about 4 yards. They had like a double wall of receivers lined up tight behind both sides of the line.
At that time, Toledo missed an opportunity because it looked like that play had a chance to lose some yards. Instead, they turned it into a 3-yard gain, so that kind of keeps them on schedule here. And again, Cincinnati in no hurry to snap the football. Toledo, having burned a timeout there on that 4th down play, has just 1 timeout remaining.
Banks will get across to the 25, still on his feet. They had him stopped.
Boy, that's a dagger right there because Toledo had him stood up, several yards shy of the first down, but he just never went down. Ended up being a rugby scrum. And we'll see where they mark the forward progress, but it should move the chains. As it does, they'll spot it on the 21-yard line. So right now, Toledo, best hope here to get the football back with a minute to go here. Unless the unthinkable happens here for Cincinnati. And right now, they're going to milk the play clock. They're going to make sure they stay in bounds. They're certainly not going to throw the football at this juncture. Toledo has to go for the strip here.
Again, all kinds of protection over here on the right side, almost indicating it's always going to be a run and that type of. And Ornleth in there like a rocket on Banks. Plants him at the 25. I'm sorry, plants him at the 22.
So that's a good hold by Toledo. That's what they had to do right there. They get the tackle quickly, do not allow any yards. Oh boy, there's a penalty here. Looks like it'll be unsportsmanlike on Cincinnati, and that's a huge break for Toledo because that'll stop the clock. It'll also move the football back 15 yards.
Maybe it's just the break that Toledo needed. It goes back to the 37. Second down, and I would say 27. That's exactly what they call it. Miller, he stood up.
And by the time this play clock winds down, Cincinnati will not need to snap it till we're under 1 minute remaining. Toledo electing to save that final timeout, which I think is a smart move here.
What a great game it was tonight. And it's still not done.
Well, this is really kind of sums up the Toledo season. There's just been no off nights. You have to lace them up, come ready to play each and every night. And the difference is always the little things.
Squandered opportunities early. The blitz coming on. Herndon will plant Treese, excuse me. And those are the type of plays that Jamie Young says you're going to see from Herndon, because he's just going to blow people up.
Yeah, Debo comes up big. How about Tristan Herndon right there from Jacksonville, Florida, getting the tackle for loss. And the Rockets do burn their final timeout with 45 to go. And now, Dean, what do you do for Cincinnati? Now, do you throw one to the end zone here?
Well, in theory, here's one for you. In theory, you take a delay of game, and it's going to let the clock run down, and then you punt it.
Well, the clock has stopped, so that's...
No, I'm saying after, well, I guess the snap.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay.
So yeah. But what they could do is, do a pooch punt type deal where they're going to pin Toledo deep. Do you take a shot, risk the interception?
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they don't punt.
You don't want to give them this kind of field position, I think. I mean, certainly Toledo without timeouts, just 47 ticks left, has their work cut out. But if you're Cincinnati, you want to make that job as tough as you can. So we'll see if they elect to punt and risk a punt block, or if they run off tackle, or if they just take a deep shot.
Well, there's not a person that's wearing a blue and yellow jersey that doesn't remember what happened a few weeks ago in that last-minute win over Michigan State. But again, you don't expect lightning to strike twice.
Yeah, the punt team is on, so I would expect Toledo to, send everyone in the kitchen sink after the punt here, trying to make a play.
And it happens. The block.
It took some time off the clock, but Toledo should get some good field position as the result.
Well, here's the question. If you're Cincinnati United, the ball's going to go to Toledo anyways. Don't jump on it, because that's going to eat up more clock.
Yeah, just make sure you don't allow Toledo to pick that thing up and take it the distance. But I thought they did the smart thing, just kind of circling the football, and I think they kind of claimed Toledo touched it, and then we recovered. But Toledo will get one final chance here, and who would have thought, just 48 yards away from pay dirt here, a touchdown.
You couldn't have got a return like that.
I think Cincinnati burned their final timeout as they had some confusion getting the right personnel on the field.
So now John Nowajewski gets the offense huddled up at the 48-yard line. A former college quarterback himself at Defiance.
Yeah, the Defiance Yellow Jackets lost a tough one to Rose Holman in the wanting moments just a day ago.
Defiance, as they joined the NAIA, I was not expecting much from them this year, but they've notched a couple wins. They did better than I expected them to.
Well, the last couple of years, they've made some strides. They don't have, I don't think, as many wins to show for it as they'd like, but they certainly have made some strides as far as being competitive.
And I think that's a fair assessment.
And having a really good scheme offensively and defensively. So that's a program I think it's going to continue to get better as they make the leap back to NAIA. I think that's the first time that they've been NAIA since the 1991 season.
You're right. Matter's got time. Incomplete, intended for Fights. On a rare miss tonight.
Well, that time Cincinnati dropped tons of guys into coverage. Well, I won't say that was a dime defense. That was more like the silver dollar defense. I think I saw 9 different guys back in coverage.
That was the Susan B. Anthony coverage?
There you go.
Five-yard penalty against CU.
Well, Toledo gets to march ahead, and they don't get any time off the clock. Or I guess they do, but I don't think
they pulled what Oregon did on the Buckeyes a week ago. Went with that extra defender, and we'll give them the 5 yards, but eat some clock up while doing so.
Of course, the NCAA changed that rule immediately.
And now Toledo 5 yards closer. 43 yards out with 30 seconds left.
And he is going to put time back on the clock. I thought he was. Was that not the indication, Scoop?
I think that's what he was trying to do. I'm not sure the clock operator has caught it yet.
Go ahead, Coach. 35 seconds.
There they go. They're in the process now. It will get corrected back to 35 seconds. So 5 free yards there for Toledo.
First and 10 at the 43. Mater scrambling across the 35, angling to the sideline, will go out near the 34.
That's a great read by Brandon Mater. You know, that time Cincinnati dropped 8 guys into coverage. He saw the seam, took it, alertly stepped out of bounds. Remember, Toledo has no timeouts remaining. But once again, there's laundry down on the field. They do pick it up, so it will be a first down here. Rockets 34 yards away with 29 seconds to go.
Ornleff and Hollabo on the far side. Favors and Fights in the backfield. That's Bailey. Mater rolling out again. Throws on the run, incomplete.
And what that run did by Mater, you know, that time Cincinnati kept 2 extra guys nearing Brandon Mater, so he does not take off and run for the football once again. So it still allows you 6 guys in coverage, so you still got a dime defense back there. You've got 6 there in the secondary.
Quarterback to quarterback. Mater will take his place back in the huddle. 22 seconds remaining. He delivers the play call.
Tell you what, we've had some tremendous finishes here at the Glass Bowl season after season. And it continues here today with this one. Can the Rockets pulling out of the hat once again? Trailing by 5 here with 22 to go.
3 receivers to the near side. Mater coming to the near side. Throwing. Favors gets it. Gets out of bounds at the 21. At the 22, I should say.
Well, what a tremendous catch by Donovan Favors, but also tremendous job of having the presence to get out of bounds and not get caught for the forward progress. So alert play there by Favors. Boy, what a smart play by the freshman out of Princeton High School.
First down.
And now
17 seconds remaining.
That yards to seconds differential getting ever so closer. 21 yards, 17 seconds.
Again, 3 receivers to the near side. Hollabo to the far side. In the backfield is Bailey. Mater over the middle into the end zone. Intercepted at the 2. Ayers comes up with the game-saving interception.
Oh, what a tough way to end it. Watch it right here, but who else to make the play in crunch time other than that young man right there, Pierce Ayers. He's been dynamite all night long. And that time, just a little miscommunication between Motter and Ornliff. Ornliff ended up extending that play going to the back of the end zone, and Motter read him going to the sideline. And unfortunately, that'll seal the deal here, as Cincinnati will just have to take a knee here.
What an ending to a great game.
Now, with the ball being on about the 4-yard line, they shouldn't be in any danger of a safety. Just take the...
I'm not sure that's the right placement, though, because, again, he went out between the 1 and the 2 for sure.
Looked close to the 2, but I was also trying to keep track of Ornliff because he felt he was open, surprised the ball did not come his way. But, again, just one of those miscommunications. You know, once you kind of scramble, you extend the play, you try to read each other's eyes, and oh, what a fantastic game this has been. This is a huge win for Cincinnati, as there's the final knee, and a well played game by both teams here tonight.
I'm not saying that the coaching staff is disappointed, but John Nowajewski on the sideline, you could hear him up here say, "You ran a great route. He ran a great route." It is a final here. This will close the home portion of the 2024 University of Toledo club football season with a 22-17 loss to Cincinnati United. And oh, what a good one it was. For my partner, Scoop Miller, I'm Dean Jackson. So long, everyone.